What's going on, good people? How we doing? This is another episode of the Wake Up with Purpose podcast with my brother here, Bryson, a senior at Houston Christian University. It is in Houston, Texas, where it's hot as ever. Being a boy from Minnesota, I'm not used to this weather out here, but we are here down here. Yeah, Bryce, you want to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, like you were saying, I'm Bryson Monroe. Currently here in college at Houston Christian University. I'm currently a senior here. I play basketball for the school. I'm from Brownwood, Texas. It's a small little town in Central Texas. Born and raised there, lived there my whole life, and I was blessed with the opportunity to come play basketball here for the school, a Division I school, and just being here, it's just such a blessing. That's all I could say. Um, just God makes things happen, and when you can't even control it. And this wouldn't be my doing of me being here. It's all God that did this, and that's all I can really say about this. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me adjust this real quick. Make it a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah, just so it can pick us up a little bit better. Yeah, brother. So, like you said, man, you here as a transfer student, right? And your journey is nothing short of inspirational, stewarding the gifts that God has given you, and really trying to utilize what He's given you to further His kingdom, right? You know, as a senior on a basketball team, on any team in general, you're looked up as a leader, right? And so, what has your previous few years done for you that you're really looking to bring into this team now?
Oh man, like just the struggles. I came into college my freshman year of college. Like I'm from Brownwood, and so Howard Payne University. It's a D3 basketball program. Going to there, I was expecting to play a lot. That was my beliefs of wanting to play a lot, and so my ego kind of fed into that, and the things did not go my way. I didn't play at all,
Yeah.
and so going through the struggles of not playing, like that hurts your pride a lot and your ego for sure, because you have a lot of expectations for yourself, and when you just don't see the court at all, like that makes your ego and pride very down.
Right.
Just learning to be able to die to yourself, and like just realizing that all the struggles you have is God that's putting you through these struggles and just teaching you lessons. And if I were to have the success that I had, or if I were to have the success early on, and like just been the top player on the team, like I wouldn't be the same person I am today.
Yeah.
Because my ego would probably be really high.
Yeah.
My pride, I'd be thinking myself highly, and just being able to go through struggles and like realizing that my identity is not in basketball, because I struggle with that a lot.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do for like coaching. Just being able to help kids realize that the identity is not in the sport, because when identity is in a sport, then that just destroys like things entirely and what the purpose that God has for you. Because after you graduate and you're not blessed to be able to continue after high school, like you have no plan after. And so I've just seen many people go through that struggle of putting their identity all into this sport and like living through their sport, and then once it's said and done, they just have no plan and just downhill from there. It sucks to see. So
No, I can definitely relate to that, because I mean, I played college basketball for a couple years at a small Christian Bible school in Minnesota, and I remember I always pride myself on, I'm always going to give my best effort regardless. If I see 30 seconds, if I see 5 minutes, if I see no minutes, I'm going to give my best. And I'm going to make sure that I give my all in practices, because that's really where the highlights are made. That's really where the improvement's made. That's really where your confidence is built. And that's really where your minutes are earned. You don't earn your minutes in the game. You have to earn your minutes during that practice.
yes.
And I got cut from my 7th grade basketball team. I didn't make the tryouts. There was 18 of us trying out. 15 made it. I was one of the 3 that got cut, and I took that to heart because I'm like, man, I really feel like I deserve to make it. Right? I was before tryouts. I was listing and wrote out everyone's name who was trying out. I'm like, oh, I'm better than them. I'm better than them. I'm gonna make. They're not gonna make it, and everyone who made it has either been playing organized basketball already for a few years, or maybe that was their first year. And that was my first year playing organized basketball, right? So looking back, I'm like, okay, I'm not surprised I didn't make it, even though I felt like I deserved to make it. In the 8th grade, I got some minutes because I transferred schools. High school, I rode the bench. And entering college, that's when my coach believed in me. I had a coach in 8th grade who believed in me. And he really instilled that confidence in me that helped me get to where I am today. I still have a great relationship with him. And so in college, my coach really believed in me, gave everything I had in practice. I got an email that changed my life, man. And he's like, you have the tools, your quickness to be a lockdown defender and guard the opposing team's point guard. And, shoot. Can I stop real quick?
No, you good?
Hey, bro, can we get like 15 minutes? No, you're good, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's one of my teammates.
Yeah. And so
You're good. You're good.
and so I got an email, and that email said, "You've really developed yourself into a rotational player." I'm like, dang. I was like reading. I was like, what does this mean? I was like, man. So our first game, I saw like 18 minutes of action. Man, that really set the tone for me because in that time, that was probably more minutes accumulated in that game than my whole high school career. I'm like, shoot, and in our program, we kind of had like Friday and Saturday games, a Friday night game and a Saturday afternoon game. And then our Saturday afternoon game, I saw like 15 minutes, and I was able to score my first points in college. And I'm like, this is really what failure can do for you if you don't give up. Like, it can help you set the tone, help you find success if you continue to believe in yourself. And it speaks volumes because we all know the Michael Jordan story. He got cut as a freshman from his varsity team. Many of us aren't making our varsity team as a freshman.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? Many of us aren't making our varsity team, but there's so many of us who have gotten cut early on, but still kept on going. People in college right now have gotten cut from teams. And like what you said, if you would have found that success early on, your ego would have gotten away. I know, being from a small town in Upper Michigan, if I would have found that success early on in high school, that would have got to my head. Like, people expected me, because I was from a predominantly all-white town, walk into the gym and see a black guy. What do they think? You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're gonna think something like, "Oh, he's good." Like, "Uh-oh." I would hear that. And then they didn't know I was a bench rider. They didn't know that, but like hearing that, I'm like, man, like just give me an opportunity. Like, just give me an opportunity. So I'm glad that it didn't work out that way, because I know that my ego probably would have gotten in the way. Like, I may not be the person I am today, but I'm grateful for that. And so I really relate to that, because our ego can get the best of us at times, right? And so when you talk on that, you're probably going to see some of that this year, right? As a hooper, we see egos get in the way all the time, right? And so as a leader, what's some things that you can do as a teammate, as a leader, as a veteran in the college world right now to help other people, be more humble, right? What can you do? What can you instill in their life?
Be more humble. Be a sound of reasoning when things aren't going your way, because you always want things to go your way. Basketball court, you always want to make the right play. You always want to make the right assists, make the shots. But when your things aren't going your way, it's easy to just always let your ego or pride get in the way and just being like, or blame it on somebody else. And like, I've done that too myself. Like, I had a bad habit of that in the past, and it it damages the relationship with like your teammates because there's like, this guy's so annoying. He thinks it's my fault, but it's really his fault. And just, yeah, being the sound of reasoning, because going through these hardships of like not playing these past 3 years, I'm a walk on, so I'm guaranteed not playing time at all again this year, but I'm okay with that. And because the lessons I've learned that God's blessed me like to learn, it's greater than the amount of success that I would have had. And I'm just thankful I went through these lessons and just being there for them when times are tough and just being the sound of reasoning for them. I know I've said that a lot, but it's important.
Yeah.
Because you want to just keep them on an even playing field and not like berate them, but not like also like speak highly of them because you don't want to boost their ego even more. And yeah, just being able to work through those situations and give them the advice of like pushing through like the hard times and just thinking about what they're saying can affect others. And yeah.
Yeah, I love that. You mentioned you're a walk-on this year.
Mhm.
Why are you betting on yourself?
Why am I betting on myself? Like, as in what way?
You ain't got no guaranteed roster spot, right?
Mhm.
You ain't got no guaranteed minutes. You got to bet on yourself. Like, this is really betting on yourself. This is really trusting who you are, the gifts you've been given, and your abilities.
Mhm.
Not everyone's going to bet on themselves in life. The ones who find success do. So why are you betting yourself as a walk-on?
I've told many people I'm just blessed to even have this opportunity, and coaches told me my role, and I will live up to that role because I know that I got one more year left, and I just need to enjoy this year and just work hard and just enjoy all the moments I can, because you can't have these moments back. It's just like that. Because I just remember my freshman year of basketball in high school. Like, I just remember like that. The years just fly by so fast. And so just being able to just seek out these opportunities, because like I said, this was not my doing that I got this opportunity. God made things happen for me to be here right now. And just like, it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a blessing to be here. That's all I can really say. It just blows my mind.
Right. You mentioned God a lot. How important is he in your life?
He gets me through all these struggles. I don't know where I'd be if I didn't have him or have a relationship with him. Like I said, my pride and ego was a problem to myself back when I was younger, and just growing a relationship with him has helped me tame that ego and that pride, because if you let that get in your way, it can just have a snowball effect and affect your relationships with people, coaches, teammates, your friends, and your relationship with your significant other. I will say she's been my significant other, my bride, my wife. She's been an important part of my life.
Praise God.
Praise God. She's helped me become the man that I could see myself becoming.
Yeah.
She's just such a blessing to me. Her family's been a blessing to me. Her dad, Jason Bechtel, he's a role model to me.
Yeah.
Huge one. He's a great family man. Just so thankful that I could look up to him, have a second father figure to look up to like him. Yeah, it's a blessing to have them, and that all ties back to God, because if he didn't take a job at higher paying to become a head football coach, then I wouldn't have met his daughter, and that relationship wouldn't have started. And so just going back, thinking backwards, it just makes you appreciate God even more.
The serendipity of the moment.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
God just works in crazy ways. That's all I can say.
I love that.
I know I'm not a perfect person at all.
Yeah.
I'm a sinner, just like everybody else.
Me too, brother.
And
Me too.
I got to humble myself to that each and every day, because when you're a Christian, you can sometimes think of yourself higher than other people who aren't, or followers of Christ. As followers of Christ, you can think of yourself higher than people who aren't. And so I got to die to myself every day. Like says the Bible, pick up your cross.
Yeah, pick up your cross and follow me. Be fully surrendered. That's something that I'm learning right now, is like, God doesn't ask for our perfection. He asks for our obedience, right? And that, with our obedience, it requires us to pick up our cross and be fully surrendered, not just halfway surrendered, but like fully surrendered. Like, because the flesh is going to want one thing and the spirit's going to want another.
Oh, for sure.
And that was Galatians 5:17 says it best. For the desires of the flesh are against the spirit, and the desires of the spirit are against the flesh. For these are opposed to one another, to keep you from doing what you want to do. Notice how, like, it says opposed, not together, but opposed. Like, as sinners, we are fleshly led, we are spiritually led. And when we are in our flesh, our ego, our pride, our lust, our adulterous ways, the ways of the world. But when in our flesh, we are our patience, our humility, our kindness, our care, like those are leading us. And so it's crazy how, like, when we truly die to ourselves, when we truly pick up our cross and follow him, we see so many different opportunities come our way. We see new connections. We see the right relationships. We see the right places, environments that we walk into, and we don't go there asking, oh, what can that place or person give to me? What can I give to them? How can I serve them? And who can I become? Not what can I just go get, right? Because we all want something in this world. We want success. We want minutes. We want stats. We want glory. We want fame. We want recognition. But the person that we want to become and the person that we're destined to become, if we don't seek that recognition and that validation, it's going to eventually come to us, right? Because Christ walked this earth for 33 years. He got stoned. He got spit on. He got betrayed. He got crucified. For doing what? What did he do wrong? Right?
Exactly.
What did he do wrong? And he still had those things. So, like, when we pick up our cross, we still have to expect those things to happen. We may not know when it's going to happen, but we have to expect it to happen. And that's when adversity and our resilient mindset, something that, I speak to student athletes on heavily, is being resilient. Stay resilient. Like, resiliency, cultivating a mindset of resiliency can produce so many things, can help you throughout so many things in life. But I wouldn't have that resiliency if it wasn't for Christ's perfect walk.
Oh, for sure.
Understanding, like, okay, there's only one person on this earth who's walked perfect. He had 12 disciples. They're all sinners. They were murderers. They were thieves. They were liars, gluttons. And yet, he still was able to use them. If I just pick up that cross,
for sure,
and allow myself to still be a sinner, but not be you abuse God's grace while I'm doing it, man, I'm still going to be able to further his kingdom, and with that resilient mindset. And so I think that's beautiful, brother. Like, I know for a fact, and I can just feel the spirit, that you are out there changing lives. You are out there touching people in a way that Christ has touched people, impacting them in a way that Christ has impacted them. And I know for certain that your life is going to be something that people can look up to, and people can look up to right now. And you're using and stewarding the gifts that God has given you in a holistic way, in a way that isn't self-centered. And that is because of the journey. That's because of the reflection. That's because of your testimony that you've embraced. And that's because of really the humanness that you've embraced, the sinner that you've embraced. Not expecting yourself to be perfect, but to pick up your cross, deny yourself daily, but accept him daily. So I'm really proud of you, brother. Like,
thank you. I appreciate that, man.
It's a crazy journey, and the reason why we're sitting here today is because we all have a purpose on earth. We all have a reason to be here right now. What, 2, 3 days ago, I had no idea who Bryce was. No idea. But what he did for me was he served me in a way to where I want to be able to help serve other people. Right there, that's a brotherhood. Right there, that's being in, I would say, being in a, servanthood mindset, right? Because you saw something that I wanted to do that could impact other people's lives in a positive way. Leaving your ego out of it. Oh, nice to meet you. Bye. You could have easily said, yeah, he'll be out, or they're busy right now. They're in the meeting right now. But you say, hey, follow me. Follow me. And one person comes to mind on that, and that's Jesus Christ. He says, follow me. Has something come from that I wanted? Not yet. In a way that I thought of it. But something great has come from it, and that is our opportunity to sit here today with one another. And for that, I am forever grateful and blessed. And, I cherish this moment because it speaks highly to who you have become as a man, right? Like, as Christians, and when we meet other brothers and sisters out there in this world, it's crazy because it doesn't take long to really understand who they are, how they operate. You know what I mean? Like, you can meet someone, I'll use a bar for example. That's probably one of the worst places to really meet someone. But at the same time, it's also a place where it's so dark, but you are the light in that environment. But when you are a light to another light, you kind of just connect like that. And having Bryce on this opportunity to be on this podcast today speaks highly of him because I like, hey man, you want to come share your story a little bit? You want to come?
I was nervous, so nervous because I don't usually do things like these. So this is my first time ever doing a podcast. So
And
it's crazy.
Yeah, I love it though because it gives an opportunity for people to, hear your story a little bit and hear your go through and really, further the kingdom because social media is a heavy world right now. Like, yeah, it seems like everyone and their mama's got a podcast out today. I mean, some of the podcasts that I love, like Pat Beverly's podcast. That one's funny. That was Pat Bev, and then who's that? I forget. He played for the Jeff Teague.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Teague's podcast. Yeah, man, he's one of the best storytellers I've ever heard in my life, man. The stories he tells about the people in the league and his experiences cracks me up. But anyways,
yeah. Speaking of social media, it's just hard for young athletes for social media because all they see is like people getting all these Division I offers and 5 stars, and they just get wrapped up in that and just thinking, "Oh, I got to be D1 or I'm a bust." And it's like, no, that's just a horrible way to look at it.
Yeah.
I want to help young athletes and athletes in general just like not look at the stars or the offers. Because that's when we start comparing, and comparison is a thief of joy. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
And I just want to help young athletes just realize everybody has a different walk, everybody has a different journey, and being able to embrace that journey and just stay persistent through all of it is a huge part to give glory to God. Just all glory to Him for that. So.
But anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here. Pleasure having you, my brother.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you again.
Thank you so much.
Where can people find you at?
Instagram, Bryson Monroe. That's really it.
Yeah.
I have a Twitter, but I forgot the name of my Twitter. So
Hey, let's wish my brother good luck this upcoming season, and continue to go out there being great. Continue to go out there and shine your light, brother. Proud of you, man.
yes, sir. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir, brother.